Hi guys, how are you? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are faring well and getting along just fine. I know many of us are, we're becoming teachers, and many people are not teachers, so I'm sure it's very frustrating and taxing on you. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Raven Woods, and I'm the CEO and founder of Autism Mama Rocks, the IEP. And I help parents gain the knowledge and the confidence to become the CEO of their IEP meeting. So with that said, if you are new, hello. If you are new, post a 1 below, okay? And if you are a oldie but goodie, post a 2 below, okay? A 1 below if you're new, a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are, what you're about. Tell us about your kids. If you haven't joined the group, head over there. That's where all the conversation happens. This is more where I go live. Over there, I do Q&As and a lot more goes on, okay? So again, post a 1 below if you're new, and post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. I truly want to get to know you. All right, so is it Jerla? Did I say that right? Welcome. Trying to keep my sanity, aren't we all? Hernandez, Jesse. Okay, so here in Virginia, they just closed down schools for the rest of the school year. So I'm freaking out just a little bit, but things are going to have to be put in place, and I just have to have faith that that's going to happen. But the number one thing that I came live to talk to you about today is because there's no tip of the week right now. This is crucial. This is critical. There's so many more things that are more important than the tip of the week at this moment, but you can take it as the tip of the week, which is what Mondays are about for those of you who know that. So basically on Mondays, for those of you who are new, I do tip of the week. Thursdays is content night, and Tuesdays over on the group, I do a Q&A, and then I go live here and there in between, okay? So what needs to be at the top of your brain right now? I know that you're so focused on teaching right now, okay? And that is awesome, and that's what you should be doing, okay? And hopefully you're after the school and emailing and figuring out what's going to be put in place if that hasn't been put in place yet, okay? But what you need to be having on the brain right now is thinking about and writing down everything that your child needs now and will need, because you, the parent, know best and know that your child's more than likely going to regress in ABC areas. You know what that is. Okay, so you need to be writing everything down, everything literally by the day down as to what is going on with your child. Is their behavior changing? Are they regressing on things that in the goals are stated has been mastered? If you repeat what's in the goals and do those things with your children, are they really mastered? In a month from now, when you redo it, every month you should be doing, or even bi-weekly, you should be doing and going through the goals. And that's what you should be teaching, honestly, okay? And if they are regressing, you need to note that down on the daily, all right, with dates. I also want you guys, and yeah, you could totally take this as tip of the week, but I also want you guys to be, hi Stan, how are you? Hi Joy, hi Precious, welcome. All right, so what I want you to be doing other than writing things down daily, and I'm telling you, in my course, I tell my students all the time, write things down, and it's helped them tremendously, and there's a reason for that, okay? There's kind of a method behind my madness, and it works. I'm telling you, it works, all right? So sometimes success comes with things that just don't make sense, and we just have to go with it, right? So write things down daily, all right? That's number one. Number two, each time you see something happen, all right? Or what I would actually, let me change that. Instead of each time, because so many times we want to catch something and then we miss it because we go and grab our phones or our iPads, okay? So instead of each time or grabbing it as it happens, record your teaching sessions, all right? Record them on a video, okay? You grab your phone, grab an iPad, I don't care what you grab, but grab it and record. All right, what you're teaching, how you're teaching. 85% of it may never be used, and you may look at it and delete it later on. But I'm telling you, don't delete it now, all right? Because later on, when you look back, There may be one thing in that 45 minutes that is key. All right? So you can even clip it if you want to, but don't get rid of it. Upload it to the cloud. All right? So I want you to take notes daily as to what you're teaching, what you're doing. Hopefully you're going off of goals. Make sure that you are doing things that are needed and appropriate. Anything more that you add, write it all down. Then I want you to record your whatever it is you're doing with your child, whether that be reading, math, whatever, all right? You want to record because you want to remember those things that more than likely you're going to forget if you don't write them down or record them, because that's what life does. It makes us crazy. Things happen, things come and go, life changes, and we forget, and that's normal. So if you write it down every day with the date and you do a time-stamped video that all phones have these days, you will not forget, and you'll get things that are so key that you may not think are key right now. All right? Promise. That's a promise. I promise that's what's going to happen. All right? And then come, say you're at a school like we are for the rest of the year. Come next year, or when you have your IEP meetings that you should be having on Zoom or wherever else, it should be, don't ever do a phone call. Never, never, never. There's too much technology that can happen that there does not need to be a phone call. That's too impersonal. You're not able to see something, and most people are visual. All right? And then we don't process everything when it's just going in our ear. All right. And then we're looking at the IEP versus on Zoom. You can have, like, I can share my screen with somebody and we can have the IEP pulled up and go through it, or the goals or the services or whatever. Visual and auditory work so much better than just auditory, and you'll process it a lot better. So refuse a phone call. All right. So write things down every day. Record everything you do with your children as far as teaching, and then any behavior issues that happen, okay? Even verbally, your child talking about things that are bothering them. That's emotional issues that are happening that require services and accommodations. Let nothing go by the wayside. All right, this is the time to plan. I'm so glad next month I'm coming out with my services, accommodations, modifications package, and whole process that I'm going to be giving to you guys, because this is the time, and you cannot not take this seriously. Okay, sure, you got to make sure we have what, April, like we have March, April, May, 2 more months of school for us. All right, like 8 weeks. All right. So really 8 weeks, okay, I can do that, you know, and then summer, hopefully things kind of pick up or whatever, but they're going to put things in place. So I'm not sweating it that much, even though I'm going to be very adamant about what they're going to do. And the other thing is, you have to plan to make sure next year works out okay, because this is a mess. There's people messaging me, should I hold my child back? Should I hold my child back? What should I do? Is this the right thing to do? And there's so many things going through your brain and swarming through your brain right now. And I get it, totally get it. But just relax, take a deep breath, focus on, you know, teaching your kids or whatever it is you're doing, and just do some yoga, whatever it is you guys need to do. Okay, just get it together, stop freaking out for a second, and I can promise you that things are going to work out. You have to have some faith. All right. But the other thing is, you got to prepare. You know, part of my trademarked program, PPPN, plan and prepare, present, persuade, negotiate. If you don't plan and prepare, you're going to fail, and you will fail. It might not be right now, but it will happen. So you have to plan and prepare. You can't do anything without planning and preparing. If you don't plan and prepare, you can't create a plan of action, and you definitely can't take action if you don't plan and prepare, because you have no plan of action in place. So you've got to do this. Record. Take notes every day. Write down the date. Timestamp your recordings. I don't care what's on that recording. Just record, okay? You can go back and watch them later, and I bet you're going to find things. I'm going to keep that part, and you can delete the rest. You know what I mean? And then you have things that are in place that you can then use when next year comes, or the IEP closest to when school starts comes, and you can get the right services, accommodations, and modifications that can be put in place for your child to hopefully get them where they need to go, because something's going to happen in this time where they're more than likely going to regress. There's probably going to be behavior issues dependent on your child and their impact of disability, of course, and you've got to just be on top of this, okay? And that's the part that's so important, all right? Honestly, even more important in a way than doing school right now, because there's such a shorter period of time of where school is right now than what's going to happen with the loss of time, all right? So it's a difficult time. I'm here for you guys. If you're over on the group, pour your heart out, talk about it. It's a way to get it off our chest. And, just stay faithful and hope and pray that things, work themselves out and the right things start to happen. Obviously, we have to keep ourselves and our families safe. So the right accommodations, modifications, and services just might not be put in play right here at this moment. But as time goes, that can be put into play, and you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You can't use this time as, I'm not going to do, some work on getting more knowledgeable and confident to become the CEO of your IEP meeting. I'm just going to kind of get lazy because I'm so focused on teaching my kids. That's what I'm hearing a lot of. You're going to be so focused on teaching your kids right now, you're going to leave all this aside, and it's going to affect next year. That's what's going to happen. I see it happening now with everything people are telling me. And I see so many problems arising because of this, okay? And I've been there. I've done it. I've been in the trenches. I still am sometimes. My IEP is great, but, there's certain things that I still fight for and I am adamant about, and I don't let it go. I don't give up. I don't care what I have to do, all right? So you got to have the mindset of, yes, teaching your kids right now and focusing on that and figuring out what's important and more important than anything and focusing on that. All right. You can even do things, guys, like 1 week is reading week. 1 week is math week. 1 week is science week. You can do whatever it is you want to do. All right. You can take hikes and go through different things, and you can just really make up your own thing to keep the kids up and moving forward, and even learning things that they may not learn in school. So you have an amazing opportunity here. But at the same time, so many families are going through some trials and tribulations because of all this, and that sucks. And, we're here for you if you need anything, especially over on the group. Like I said, it's more personal over there. And the number one thing you have to keep in mind is planning and preparing, okay? Remember my PPPN. Plan, prepare, present, persuade, and negotiate. If you can't plan and prepare, you can't present. If you don't present right, you don't persuade them right. And then you definitely are not even going to negotiate. And I only say negotiate if you have to. So all I'm saying is make sure you record. Timestamp your recording. Number 2, you need to write everything down with the date. All right? Number 3, you need to stay focused on what's important and not getting the mentality of I got to teach, and you fail to plan and prepare for next year, and really going after it with gusto and a total plan of action so that you have nothing more than everything in front of you to take full-blown action next year, because we cannot not do that. That would be the most detrimental thing we as parents do. Okay? So yes, teach right now. Okay? But focus. I would even, if you do it 50-50, fine. I'm going to do 70% plan that way and 30% plan here. That's my plan of action. I have a whole set of things that I have set up. If you want to pick my brain, you're more than welcome to. But I have, my plan in place of the things that are more important to me right now. And definitely, especially if your kids are transitioning to a different grade, like mine is, you got to focus on over there. All right. Yes, you focus on here and now, but it's kind of like you don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right. So you don't want to put your eggs right here in the teaching, 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 teaching. Oh, I'm busy. You know, I'll call my friend. I'm busy teaching right now. I can talk on the phone. Okay, that's fine and all, but if you're not planning for over here, then what happens? There's a disconnect, and then things happen that you don't want to happen. And so you have to plan and prepare. You have to plan and prepare. Don't get in the mindset, hey, I'm not going to learn anymore to become the CEO of my IEP meeting because I'm so focused on teaching right now. Well, yeah, you can focus on teaching right now, but you can't not focus on planning and preparing on becoming that damn CEO of your IEP meeting. You got me? All right. So for those of you who are new on here, post a 1 below so I know who you are. Post a 2 below if you're an oldie but goodie. You guys know the drill. Now let me say hi to some of these people on here. All right, so is it Stan? Hey, how are ya? Crystal, hi girl, how are ya? I just found out North Carolina aren't going to school till May 15th. Yeah, we're not going to school for the rest of the year. How about that? Jesse said your method works for sure. Thank you. Cynthia says, I saw that. I kind of knew it was coming. Yep, it sucks, but you know, you go with it and you know, you go with the flow and you plan and prepare. That's my biggest thing. I am a take action kind of girl and woman, girl. What am I? Woman? I guess, you know, I'm going to be 43. I guess I'm a woman now. But I don't feel old. But yeah, you got to plan and prepare. You got to plan and prepare. Okay. You can do here and now. That's cool. I like here and now, but you got to plan and prepare. All right. I'm a big take action kind of girl. You got to plan and prepare. All right. If you don't, failure is inevitable. All right. Cynthia says, yeah, you can't see district sped rep waving her arms and desperately trying to shut up. Yeah. Jesse says, you guys got this. All you guys are strong. Yes. Claudia says, I guess you tagged somebody. Charmaine says, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just focus on one subject per week. Yep, that's a good idea. Cynthia says 1-to-1. Yeah. I'm 43, girl. 43. I need that wine though. But you know what? I'm more of a Bud Light girl. I really am. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Like, I like wine, but it gives me that like headache, you know? Like, I don't know, like that hangover kind of headache. And I don't do that stuff anymore. I can't handle it. I can't handle that headache stuff. I did that in my 20s. But yeah, so guys, just please plan and prepare. Do you guys know? Tell me what I told you to do. Who wants to write them down? Free gift for the first person who writes down what I just said. You have to do this. What did I say? So another thing I want you guys to know is don't freak out about everything going on and everybody talking. All right. Things have not been decided yet within special education as far as the secretary and waivers being put in place and all that kind of stuff. Nothing has happened yet. Okay. So relax and thank you, Jesse. So relax. I don't believe that they're going to fail our kids. All right. I think there would be so much of an uproar that it would be detrimental. I mean, and the fact that it would be detrimental to our children anyway. So no, that's my PPPN system. What did I tell you guys to do to plan and prepare? What did I say? But yes, that's my trademarked program, PPPN. Right. Those are 2, Nicole. That's 2. And you guys need to make sure that just relax. Okay. Just relax. All right. So I'll tell you what they are again. You want to write everything down. What is your child doing every day? What are you working on with your child? You know, and then you want to record them. All right. You want to write down everything, like even the littlest thing that you may not think is important. All right. Yes, you want to make sure that you record everything. All right. You can clip it later to get those spots, but it's things that we're going to have to show the school system because they're not going to believe us. Do you really think with everything going on today, with all the children this is going to affect, that they're going to believe your word? Hell no. Excuse my language, but you guys know that when I get on my tangent, I can't help myself. All right? So if there's ever kids on here, you got to tell me, because I just fly at the mouth. All right? That's just my personality. All right. So make sure to write everything down. Make sure to videotape everything that you do. All right? And you want to get those behavior issues. You want to get how you are handling those behavior issues. You want to get that all on recording and tape, visual. But pictures say 1,000 words, videos even better, okay? So you have to do that because it's going to be your only proof. Your only proof, guys. That's it. All right. So you got to record it. You got to write it down. So, and then, yeah, I take time to go through this stuff. I'll go through every single recording, or even in IEP meetings, I go through all my recordings and then I write it down to the minute. Literally what happened, what was discussed, who said what, and etc. Who was rude, who was disrespectful. If I raise my voice, I write it all down. All right. So with this, you're going to go through the videos, if you want to do it every other day, and then write down all the important things within that video on that day, at that date, at that time. Okay. And then you're going to see things change as days go. Maybe good, maybe bad, but you want to document it and you want to have it on video. All right. I can't tell you how important that is, because that's going to be your proof in your IEP meetings. I need this, 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 and this. When I'll let you guys know, I will make a huge announcement. More than likely, I'm going to do a free webinar when I come out with my services, accommodations, and modifications kit. Okay? But until then, which is going to be mid-April, you guys got to get these recordings. All right? And you got to write everything down. All right? And create your plan. Start thinking in your brain, because you're the parent. You believe it or not, you know best. You're the number one person at that IEP meeting, and you're the one that is an expert in your child. And you need to make sure you start writing down what your gut's telling you, and start going out there if you can, all right, if it's available, to get IEEs in that area that's kind of eating at you. You know what I mean? So if you're thinking, okay, speech is really going to crap. Oh my God, what am I going to do? All these worries that we get, make a speech evaluation appointment. All right. Don't do it right now. Wait. All right. You want to lead towards the time. All right. Got to play the game. And make sure that you don't skip that. All right. So let's plan and prepare together. Let's get a plan of action underway so that when it's time to take action, we all can bust through those walls and get crap done. All right? Our kids don't deserve to regress and have behavior issues or emotional issues because of all this. Even though it's out of everybody's control, we don't want any more detriment happening if we can help it, right? So let's do this together. Let's gather together. I always say we're better together when you get a bunch of people together doing the same thing on the same mission to, you're not just fighting for your kids, guys. All right. And this is one of the main reasons I do what I do, is I became an advocate after I am a mom of a child with autism. I have two other children. One's 23. She's a teacher, and English teacher. And the other one is 19, and he is in the Coast Guard. And then Skylar. So being a mom and fighting and going through the hell I went through is what created the passion and the oomph behind who I am when it comes to fighting for parents and myself and my child in the IEP. Okay. Then I got the training with Wright's Law and COPA and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And then, of course, in my book, and that's with doctors or anybody else, experience is the key. I don't care what your education is. Who gives a crap that I have 2 master's degrees? I don't care. It was a waste of money, in my opinion. But in all reality, it's experience. I have 13 plus years experience. And the number one thing I can tell you guys today, here and now, is you got to plan and prepare. All right. So let's do that together. Let's keep each other in each other's prayers and make sure everybody's home and safe and doing everything that they need to be doing to grow and plan and prepare and keep their children as neutral as possible, and behavior issues not happening and emotional things not happening, and us just really being creative in the things that we do. You know, believe it or not, some of the things that we can think of are a lot more effective, if you will, because when you're creative, you can pull out things in children that you're wanting to teach them at a desk, which is boring. I'm a hands-on. Let's go do this, and we're going to learn our numbers, and we're going to learn this. You know, that when I taught, that's what I did. You know, I was very hands-on. Okay, guys, get out of your seats. Let's do this. And they learned better because they weren't bored sitting in a chair at a desk. That's boring to me. I couldn't do it. So I was one of those kids who always got in trouble in school because I was bored in class, you know? And if your child is at all highly intelligent but still has disabilities, most of them that I've talked to that has children that are highly intelligent that has disabilities gets in trouble a lot. And they get in trouble a lot with behavior issues because they're bored. And that's important to keep in mind. So the more you keep them not bored, the better. All right. And then you have that downtime too, so that you can not lose your damn mind. So yeah, so that's it for today. Okay. So hopefully you took something with you from this. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope that everybody's doing well, really. And if you have any questions, post them below. I promise to answer. And have a wonderful evening. All right. Yes. I got you, Nicole. And Precious. Jerla says record while teaching the kids. That's right. Precious says write down behaviors or comments. That's right. Elizabeth says prepare your documentation and write it. That's right. Charmaine says made me buy the training. Stay passionate. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys like my course. I think it's pretty awesome too. And Jerla says thank you. And Charmaine says yep, true. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Love y'all. Be safe. Don't get this darn virus. I know here in Virginia it's up by like 60% or something. So it's kind of insane. You know, I don't even know what to think of it, to be quite honest. I'm just kind of like in shock by it all. But we go with the flow. And the main thing that I'll be honest with you, it's kind of like, okay, so I'm going to tell you a quick story. So all my life, I've always, worked with kids. So, I was trained in CPR, first aid, etc. Think about this. There was a child that was choking. I had to grab it from its mom years ago and give it the Heimlich. All right. Well, the mom was sitting there freaking out. She didn't know what to do at all. So I'm grabbing this baby from her that I don't even know this woman and, doing this. So anyway, long story short, my point in that is so many of us freak out in crisis. Totally normal for some of us. All right. Then some of us don't freak out. We're overwhelmed, which I am, but we take action because we can't fail to not, because we have to think about what the detriment would be if we didn't. So I want you guys to take action with me. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.